Hello, everybody. Bad Weather Freak. It is September 27th, 2022, and it is roughly 9 minutes past 8 in the morning, so 8:09. And right now, what you guys are looking at is Hurricane Ian. Hurricane Ian is a Category 3, a high-end Category 3 hurricane right now, as you can see here in the infrared satellite imagery. You can see that it is going over Cuba right now. And one interesting fact is that, like I mentioned yesterday, Western Cuba does not have a lot of mountains, or they're not too high like some of the central and eastern part of Cuba. But the interesting fact is that it's going over Cuba. It actually did intensify a little bit. Now, Cuba, this part of Cuba is not too wide, so as you can see, even the very top part of the eye of Ian is starting to approach the coast. So at this point, we're expecting within the next couple hours, Ian will be out of Cuba. At least the center will be out of Cuba. Now, let me show you a few things. Of course, just like yesterday, the latest update from the National Hurricane Center. Let's take a look at what they say as of 8 o'clock in the morning. Ian is actually moving, north at 12 miles an hour. So it's still keeping the same speed. It's expected to slow down later today as it gets closer to Florida. The current pressure is 950 millibars. So again, it keeps dropping. 130 miles an hour is a Category 4, so I'm expecting probably for the 11 a.m. update that Ian will be a Category 4 hurricane. Now, let's read some of the important information here. As far as summaries of watches and warnings, a hurricane warning is in effect for Cuban provinces of Isla Juventud, Pinar del Rio, and Artemisa, Bonita Beach, to the Anclote River, including Tampa Bay and Dry Tortugas. A storm surge warning is in effect for Anclote River southward to Flamingo and also Tampa Bay. Tropical storm warnings, again, Cuban provinces of La Habana, Mayabeque, and Matanzas, lower Florida Keys, 7 Mile Bridge westward to Key West, Flamingo to Bonita Beach, Suwannee River to Anclote River, Volusia, Brevard County line south to Jupiter Inlet, and Lake Okeechobee. So this is interesting because the Volusia, Brevard County, these are actually eastern Florida. And though now they are under a tropical storm warning. As far as the hurricane watch, we got, again, north of Anclote River to Suwannee River. And we have, let's see, the discussion basically saying that the center of Ian was located by Hurricane Center, or Hurricane Hunters, I should say. Like you saw on the satellite imagery, right on top of Cuba. But turn towards the northeast with a reduction in forward speed is forecasted tonight and Wednesday. On the forecast track, the center of Ian is expected to emerge over the southeastern Gulf of Mexico in a couple of hours, pass west of Florida Keys later today, and approach the west coast of Florida within the hurricane warning area on Wednesday and Wednesday night. Maximum sustained winds are 125 miles an hour, higher gusts. Ian is a Category 3 hurricane. Little change in strength is expected while Ian moves over Cuba, and then it starts strengthening once it emerges on the Gulf of Mexico again. Now, hurricane force winds extend 35 miles out the center, and tropical storm winds extend out 115 miles out the center. So that's what is going on right now with Ian. Now, we'll get a more detailed update at 11 a.m., but as of 5 a.m. update, is expected that Ian is going to have winds of the peak. It seems like it's going to be within the next 12 hours at 140 miles and then gradually weakened. It's expected to go inland, so make landfall roughly in Tampa Bay area, maybe a little bit north or south, give or take. As a Category 3 with 120 miles an hour. Winds. Now, this all depends how much Ian weakens. It's expected to start weakening, but we don't know the exact degree, obviously, of that. So we got to keep waiting and see how long it's gonna take Ian to or how fast it's gonna lose strength. But right now, supposed to make landfall with 120 miles an hour winds. Once it goes inland, we're looking at 85 mile per hour winds. So it's a fast weakening. Again, this can change because it all depends how much Ian intensifies over water. If Ian reaches, let's say instead of 140 miles, let's say it hits 150, 155, I mean, who knows? If it may do that, then obviously these numbers are going to change. Let's take a look at the U.S. potential for rainfall. This is the one for 8 in the morning. As you can see, Tampa Bay area is going to get it's going to get the most amount of rain, anywhere from 15 to 20 inches of rain. I'm in the red area, so I'm going to get 10 to 15 inches of rain, potentially more, depending. Flash flooding potential, the whole peninsula is actually under a moderate chance of flash flood. No pink, so at least that's a good sign. And then wind probabilities. This is from 2 in the morning, so it hasn't really updated. But of course, a good section of Florida is under the 70 to 90 to 100% chance of strong winds. Let's take a look at the warning cone. Of course, this is the one from 8 o'clock in the morning. And so you can see basically I am pretty much where the S is right now. So I'm expecting to see maybe hurricane winds, maybe to tropical storm. Now it all depends. If Ian decides to do the same track, but then kind of like go like that and go out to sea instead of doing that northward turn, then of course Ian is going to be potentially a little bit stronger and moving a little faster, but it all depends if it's actually going to do that or not. It is always possible, but right now, the National Hurricane Center is not really expecting Ian to do that. As far as the winds of tropical storm force, we're looking at Wednesday. Seems like Wednesday is going to be the big day for the majority of Florida. Tuesday to Wednesday in southern parts of Florida. But that's what I have for you guys right now. Hurricane watch again posted for Polk County, Sumter, Lake counties. Tropical storm warnings are for Seminole, Orange, Osceola, and Brevard counties. And then tropical storm watches are for Flagler, Volusia, and Marion counties. So it all depends. We'll see what happens. Again, this is not set in stone. The storms do change frequently. And also we have to keep an eye and see what the steering patterns, that ridge that I talked about in our previous videos, that is in southeast United States. It all depends what is going to happen with that. And then we'll see what they, have a better idea where Ian is going to go and intensity. But right now, this is what we have regarding Hurricane Ian, Category 3, soon to be Category 4. Stay safe, keep preparing. We still have some time here in the, I would say mainly in the peninsula, because the Keys are already getting pretty good bands, as you can see here. So if you're in the Keys, you need to definitely get your plans done like as soon as possible, because the rain is already starting, and they're going to keep coming as Ian moves closer and closer. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share with families and friends, and stay safe. Have a good day.